Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Star Trek, the 2009 reboot. So, in honor of Star Trek Beyond coming out, I figured I'd review the first two J.J. Abrams Star Trek films before Star Trek Beyond came out. So, let's get into this one. So, what Star Trek stars Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Bruce Greenwood, Carl Urban, John Cho, Anton Yelchin, Eric Bana, and Leonard Nimoy. And what this film is about, it's about when when this villain named Nero decides he's gonna, come back after he destroyed the USS Enterprise. His first time around, he decides to come back, and he's going to destroy, the entire planet. He's going to destroy the entire race. But it's up to James T. Kirk and the rest of the U.S. Enterprise to try and stop Nero. Sorry. So, what did I think of Star Trek? I really enjoyed this movie. Now, I don't love it particularly like a lot of other people do, but you know what? I still really enjoyed it. It's still a really good and really enjoyable reboot. Now, I was never a fan of Star Trek. I never really got into Star Trek at first. Just really wasn't my particular thing. So this is something new to me. This is my first encounter with Star Trek. So, let's get into my positives. And my positives are the acting with the film. The acting is great here. I thought everyone did a great job in the film. The acting is great in the movie. First being Chris Pine. Chris Pine was great as James T. Kirk. He was by far my favorite character in the film. He was just so filled with charisma and just so suave and just so awesome, honestly. Like I said, the dude was full of charisma. He was just so awesome. And, he was like kind of this cocky person. It was great. He did a great job playing that. And, Chris Pine, I thought, did a great job as James T. Kirk. And Zachary Quinto as Spock. Zachary Quinto was great as Spock. I thought he did a great job as well. I really enjoyed him. I thought Zachary Quinto did a great job as Spock. Zoe Saldana was great as well. I thought she did a great job in the movie. I really enjoyed her as well. Bruce Greenwood was great. Carl Urban was great. John Cho was great. Anton Yelchin, rest in peace, was great as well. I really enjoyed him. And Leonard Nimoy as older Spock. It was great to see that this is also sort of a sequel, sort of a continuation of the series in some ways as well. So it was great to bring in Leonard Nimoy as old Spock. So yeah. The action was great. I thought the action was really well filmed. Really great space battles, in my opinion. Thought the action was great with the film. I love just the back and forth with, Spock and James T. Kirk. I just love the back and forth between both characters. Like they hate each other. They're not really the best of friends. Well, you've seen this other Star Trek stuff. They become best friends. But, it's really cool. And it's just really cool to see how that friendship started. And I thought they just had a great dynamic with each other. I thought the writing was great with the movie. The writing was great with the film. So goes with the directing. The directing was absolutely incredible. It's directed, of course, by J.J. Abrams. He just does a great job directing this film. I thought, J.J. Abrams did a great job directing Star Trek. He did such a great job directing the film. The visual effects. The visuals looked amazing. I thought they did such a great job with the visual effects with this movie. The movie looks absolutely beautiful in my opinion. So yeah. And the pacing, for the most part, was actually great. Very fast paced. Really got to the point really fast in my opinion. I thought they did a great job with the pacing with the film. My negatives with the movie, I do have a few negatives with the film. And my negatives are, first being Nero as a villain. I thought Nero wasn't that great as the villain. Eric Bana, it feels like Eric Bana, kind of just phones it in for, like, these big budget roles. It's like for smaller roles, he's great. But, like, for these, like, big budget movies, like, for example, Hulk from 2003, or this film, it seems like he just kind of phones it in. It just doesn't really do that great of a performance. And I just thought Eric Bana wasn't that great as the villain. You know, very underwhelming. Had no motivation whatsoever, honestly. He was just, oh, I'm the villain. You know, I'm the villain of the film. That's all it was, in my opinion. It felt like the writers forgot to write in a villain, and they just wrote in a villain at the last minute. The lens flares, although they didn't bother me as much as other people did, I actually didn't mind them for the majority of it, but there were some times where I was like, okay, it's being overdone just a little bit, and I thought there was just some scenes where I thought it was being overdone a little bit. And, the last negative that I have with the film is that I thought the opening scene was really underwhelming and really boring, honestly. Like, you know, that opening action scene, I don't know, I just found it so underwhelming, honestly. It was just kind of just boring, and it just really didn't feel all that exciting to me. And it was not up until we met adult James Kirk that I really started getting invested in the film. So yeah. Now, overall, guys, I did really enjoy Star Trek. It's a very enjoyable first installment to this new rebooted series, and I really enjoyed the film. So, aside from my official grade on Star Trek, and my official grade on Star Trek is a B+. I really enjoyed the film. It's really enjoyable. You know, I had fun time watching the movie. So yeah, Star Trek gets a B+. So what do you guys think of Star Trek? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm WWE FanHole599. And we'll see you all tomorrow for my review for Star Trek Into Darkness. Peace.